And we have unconfirmed reports this morning that a plane has crashed into one of the towers.
Another plane just hit. Right, oh my God, another plane has just hit. Another...
There have been dozens of documentaries, feature films, and thousands of words written with the intent of understanding the events of 9/11. On the cusp of the 10-year anniversary of the event in July 2011, this documentary, shot over the course of a day at the New York Firemen's Museum and Ground Zero, focuses on remembering the event from the experiences of New Yorkers and Europeans.
We were at home, and I was watching television, the 4 o'clock news in Holland, and I didn't believe what I saw. I mean, it was like a movie, but it was true, you know.
Because in 2001, we lost so many firefighters at the World Trade Center. The number 343 represent the guys that died on that day. 10 of them came from my firehouse. 5 guys in the engine and 5 guys in the truck never came back.
Before we went to the 9/11 site, we went to the Fire Museum in New York. Personally, for me, I found that the Fire Museum was a more moving experience than going to visit the actual Ground Zero site. I don't know what I expected. I think I expected it to be quiet and people to still be almost getting over the tragedy 9 years later. But it was nice to see that people had just got on with things, and walking around it was still very much as if life had gone on. And the Freedom Tower that they're building is, you know, it's a nice memorial, as if to say that in the face of terrorism that the country will still go on and will still stand against it.
Growing up, honestly, only in the last couple of years have I really been able to appreciate the magnitude of 9/11. Going to see Ground Zero and obviously the rebuilding of Freedom Towers in July was a hard thing to do, because obviously everyone's emotional. It's not just you have to consider every single person's emotions disconnect. So it's powerful to see just how much it can affect you when you're so unrelated to it. It's still extraordinarily gut-wrenching and it's painful.
When you visit the 9/11 site, it's amazing to see how normal people are reacting, and the rebuilding, so it feels like they're moving somewhere and they're just trying to get rid of all the bad memories of visiting 9/11, but there's still an emotional attachment there for any visitor that visits, and just how everyone came together as one. And it's really sad to think how many people did lose their lives because of it.
It changed everyone. It changed me. I mean, I felt like we woke up that morning when the towers fell, and an innocence was lost, and everyone says that. New Yorkers are resilient, and there's a spirit and a soul to the city that you can still feel there now. I was remembering sitting and having drinks at the top of the World Trade Center. I was remembering my youth there, and I was remembering the amazing heartfelt connection that people felt the days after the buildings fell from the whole world, and in our community in America. So I think taking students there and seeing the pictures on the walls of the firemen and seeing the narrative unfold pictorially really made me live it up again, and it was quite powerful and moving, and I'm grateful that that is there for people to go and see. And the Ground Zero is being rebuilt and regenerated in a new way, but it does give hope and inspiration that New Yorkers can live on.
We don't forget, but time goes on, you know.
It is not until we hear the personal accounts of what was experienced firsthand on 9/11 that we can move on. The Freedom Tower, the Eternal Flame, and Memorial Garden endure as icons not only of the losses suffered, but also of the indestructible hope we preserve.